Shots fired at the pink line at 17 West 18th Street.
This is a very violent area.
Person calling for help.
Chicago has been hit with a major spike in gun violence.
Numbers are startling.
It happens on the streets of Chicago every day.
The most deadly weekend in Chicago this year.
So, Dwayne, from your perspective, can you tell us how bad is the violence in Chicago?
In a sense, it's scary. Chicago has this black eye because, you know, we have a nickname called Chirac. A lot of people on the outside, you know, they hear statistics of, you know, the multiple people every weekend that's killed. You know, you hear about these things on the news, but when it affects you, when it hits you, you take it a little different.
Show of hands, how many of you guys know people that have been shot?
I had like 4 or 5 different friends shot this summer. And it's been like that since I was a kid. And that's my neighborhood.
All I heard was doosh, doosh, and then we just ducked down.
And how old are you?
11.
You think these guys just have no regard for life? They just don't care about anything?
I really think that they think when they die, they coming back tomorrow.
Like a game.
It had to be a game. It's senseless, bro. It's too easy to die out here, man.
As a kid, I see people go to college, come back home and get killed. Every day I see people die.
What we gonna do, just kill our race off? We gonna keep on killing and killing and killing and killing? Somebody gotta be smart to say, hey, listen, man, it stops right here, man.
Breaking news, the Chicago gun violence hits home for Bulls star Dwayne Wade.
Recently, you were affected by gun violence with a family member. Can you tell us about what happened?
My cousin NYKEA, you know, she was, you know, walking her kids and just got caught in the middle of a shooting, and she had nothing to do with it. Kids had nothing to do with it, but they lost their mom. And unfortunately, my family had to deal with that pain, that hurt.
Innocent people are victims all too often in Chicago. Unfortunately, even young people trying to steer clear of gangs become targets, as I heard firsthand from 17-year-old Everett Henderson.
Can you tell me about what happened on that Saturday night? I seen a car ride past with dark tints. We froze for a minute, but then we seen a gun. He cocked the gun back. He shot me in the hand the first time, and he shot me twice on the side of my butt. Now I'm thinking he's just gonna come up and just finish me. I seen he ain't had no more bullets in the gun, so I got back up, hopped around the house, finally just fell to my knees. The doctors told me I got shot 6 times. I'm just glad I'm still here. That's the most important part.
Fortunately, Everett survived, but countless others have not been so lucky. Since 2002, there have been more murders in the city of Chicago than there have been American deaths in both the Iraq and Afghanistan wars combined.
So what is the current state of Chicago in regard to the issue of gun and gang violence?
In Chicago, there were like several large gangs that have now been pretty much fragmented into smaller cliques. And some of that's block by block. 90% of the violence that we have in Chicago is gun violence.
Let's not try to blame something else. We're forgetting that these kids need to be cared for. These kids don't have nobody to love them, nobody to care for them.
If the child is not being nurtured and loved by anyone, they're gonna seek someone who will show them that love. Gangs know this, and they recruit kids into gangs.
I think it's important for our youth to see, you know, someone from the city of Chicago, especially, that really, you know, cares.
That's what these kids need out in these streets, you know, they're lost, they don't have nobody that loves them, they need somebody who loves them. For us, that's what we believe, that we see change in these people.
I used to feel so devastated.
I ain't number 21, you feel me? It took for me to go to prison, bro, and do 4 years out of my life, bro. And you in the cell for 22 hours a day, bro. You don't think in the cell when you doing 22 too, bro, you feel me? I didn't struggle, bro, you feel me?
I used to feel so devastated.
But at the end of the day, I'm changing, bro. I know I'm changing because I feel it, bro.
I got into trouble. Carjacking, robbery, arson, assault, selling drugs, prostitute. The life that I lived, I didn't want to live that anymore. You know, we have to be a different example for our kids, for our brothers and sisters. I learned from my experience and I changed my life around. We could do it. Prison in Cook County is not a place for nobody. Nobody at all. So we have to do things different.
Do you see light at the end of the tunnel?
The tunnel is so long. It's hard to see the light, but you know, only way you're gonna see the light if you continue to push through it.
I never gave up in anything. I pushed through. I had to do a 10-page paper in order to graduate, and I'm gonna do it on gun violence because I was a part of gun violence. I just don't want to see like no more innocent people getting hit or getting killed.
It's not out of control. It's something that we can take a grasp of. If we have more people out there that care, that just want to make a change.
There's definitely a bright light at the end of the tunnel. The people in Chicago are always tough and resilient.
You know, when I was young, we didn't have much. My grandma used to make us go and give back even when we didn't have anything.
Takes a village.
That old saying, it takes a village to raise a child, that is so true. And I think that's the mentality. We all have that power to give back.
I used to feel so